Well, welcome to week number 2 of the course. Hopefully, everybody managed week 1 just fine, and there were no issues with the assignments, and everything worked as planned. But as we enter week 2, we're focusing on chapters number 2 and number 3 in the text. And chapter number 2 really focuses on the tools of argumentation and how you're going to go about forming your arguments when you begin writing your literature review. Chapter 2 is really pretty straightforward. I've included a slideshow within this week's module to help highlight some of the key points of that chapter. But for today, I really want to focus on chapter 3, as chapter 3 is where we really start, I guess, beginning the research process. Over this week, you guys are going to do some research and start digging into literature. It might be a little overwhelming when you think about all the different things that you're going to look at and how you're going to organize that and different things like that. This chapter is what really helps us in our organizational process. It's going to help us not only organize how we do our research, it's going to help us organize how we organize our paper when we start writing it, our actual literature review, and how we break things into different subject areas and subtopics and different things like that. So this chapter really focuses on organization. So if you've been a little nervous about managing all of this, don't be nervous. This chapter is going to help us, and the things that we're going to talk about a little bit today and the assignments that you're going to do this week will help you in organizing that research and the writing process. So when you look at selecting the literature to review, the first thing obviously you have to do is select the types of materials that you're going to use, whether it's books, periodicals, peer-reviewed journals, different online resources. There's all kinds of things out there that you're going to utilize. And once you start skimming those and look through those, and you figure out where the research is leading, what different authors are saying, that's going to help you break things into subtopics and preliminary topics, and then your subtopics there that will follow. So that's the first step, is identifying those things and then refining your research, and then focusing your research on your main topic and then also on your subtopics. So as we look at assignment number 3, list literature types that address the core ideas of your topic. And figure 3.4 in the text shows us those different resource types. Like we just said, the dissertations, the books, the journals, the periodicals, newspapers, and things like that that you can utilize. So you'll want to identify where the best place for your topic is to begin looking, because everybody might, depending on our topic, there might be different books that people want to look at, and a different topic might be more specific for journals. So you want to look at those types of things and those different resources and find out where you're going to be able to obtain a bulk of your information. So if we look at question 2 in this week's activity, list the databases that you plan to utilize. And here in the book on figure 3.5, they list several different databases. Obviously, there's more than just that. There's things like Google Scholar and different things like that. Please feel free to utilize the Axe library, for your research process. But with all the online resources that we have out there now, you guys should have no problem locating the literature and locating it in a free manner. Sometimes you have to pay for different things, but there should be enough information out there for us to complete these assignments and the literature review for our next course without having to dig into your own pockets. So here's some different online academic databases that can be utilized, and you may feel more comfortable with different ones. And that's all preference. It's all preference. Different things work best for different people. The third question in this week's assignment number 3, is what methods are you going to use to organize your material, your research process? And the book talks about 3x5 note cards as one of the resources that can be utilized. 3x5 note cards might be a little outdated with the technology that we have now. However, for some of you guys, you might like that. You might like the handwritten and be able to write it down and have it on different note cards. It's really a manner for you guys that works best for you, to where you're going to be able to look at literature and then go back and find that literature again when you want to utilize it and you want to look at it again. For me, I am a Google person, so when I organize my research, I like to use Google Sheets, because with Google Sheets, I know no matter what device I'm on, I've always got access to that. So if I'm reading something on an iPad, I can go in there and say, okay, I'm going to put all this stuff down there, so that way I can find it again later. If I'm on a computer, or if I'm reading a book, then I can go into the computer and take care of that. So it's all personal preference on how you plan on organizing your research. There's no right or wrong answer. One thing I recommend as you begin your actual writing process next semester, once you've utilized different literature in your writing, go and put it in your works cited page right away. Don't wait and then have to try to skim back through. Oh, did I use this? Did I use this? It's so much easier if you put it in there right away. Once you've used it, that way you know it's there, and then you can begin building your works cited page as you do your writing. So really, this week is just focusing on organizing it, and I encourage you guys to kind of get through with these two assignments, assignment 3 and number 4, assignment 4. Early in the week, so that way later in the week you can begin actually doing research and starting to skim the different materials that you're going to use, and start developing an understanding of where the authors and the different academics are going with their research and with the things that they've written. That way you can begin to gain an understanding of how your literature review is going to start taking shape, and which arguments you're going to look to present. Assignment number 4 it's an easy assignment. It's more designed to help you guys organize. It's where we're taking our central idea and then we're breaking it up into different topics. So feel free to handwrite if you want to do handwritten, and then scan it and send it through Canvas. If you're a computer person and know how to do all of the different core mapping on that, feel free to do it that way. It's whatever works best for you that's going to help you organize your paper as you begin writing, and help you organize your research as you begin doing all the different readings. So it'll take your central idea, break it up into subsidiary ideas, and then you'll have basic subtopics and key points that you're going to want to address. So having that in that map is going to help you as you begin your writing process next semester. So this week's assignments, assignment number 3 and number 4, they're not difficult assignments, but I think they're beneficial assignments. They're really going to help you when it comes to organizing this task of a literature review. So once again, if you have any questions this week, feel free to email me, get in touch with me. But I look forward to seeing all your guys' work turned in, and I look forward to seeing all the different topics and how this research is going to shape out, and how your literature reviews are going to shape out in the end. Thank you.